Usually I don't go out at night, so that was a dinner and dance. So my colleague actually wanted to send me back. So she wanted to send me to my house, but I felt bad, people giving you a lift, as well, I just get down. But she dropped me at a place where it's very dark. Okay, so when I say bye to her and I turned my back, when I was going up the step, I heard a thud, like 2 feet, So I turned back and I felt somebody breathing behind me,
I really don't feel good. I'm getting a vibe.
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
Then I got frightened. I ran up. I came back home. I washed my leg. I bathed. I prayed. And I lie down and I slept. So when I was sleeping, I was in deep sleep, you can sleep lightly, then you go into this deep sleep. When I went into deep sleep, I smell of a horrible corpse smell. When you have this kind of smell, what you do, you will stop breathing through your nose and you will start using your mouth. So that's what I did. So when I used my mouth, I felt something coming to a lip, and it was with a hot air. It was sucking out. At the moment, my lungs, right, I felt my lungs were actually deflated. I couldn't breathe. I felt like I'm going to have a heart attack. I couldn't. So I was trying to pray. At the time, I tuned in this prayer. Okay, I started having a prayer in my throat. When I started praying, the thing let go. When it let go, my lungs went back to normal. I got up. I looked around. I couldn't see anything, and I went back to sleep. I lie down, and this time, when I was sleeping, I went to sleep on the side. When I was sleeping at the side again, corpse smell was damn smelly. Corpse smell, something came to my mouth. It actually, you can feel a hot air energy pulling, sucking out your energy. And my lungs actually again felt like it's deflated. I couldn't breathe. And this time again I prayed. So when I chant, the thing let go and it left and it didn't come back. I feel that some people who go out at night, have you seen, if you have heard, some newspaper, right, this boy went out for function, then he came back home, he just slept, he talked to his wife, he slept, and probably these are the ones that take them away. When you do a post-mortem, they will tell you, you died of heart attack. Of course, because you can't breathe, your lungs are deflated, and then in the end, your heart will go into an arrest and you will die.
Supernatural Confessions.
But my twin brother actually passed on about 5 years ago. I managed to talk to him. So when I saw my brother, I think I saw someone like him walking in. And I think my brother didn't know he was dead. When I saw him, I was so scared. He can be your brother, whatever lah. But when you see someone like that, but he's there in the coffin. But when you actually see him walking in, I ran up. Because I ran up and I closed my eyes and I was trying to sleep. But actually I could feel my brother coming to me. I could feel him looking closely into my eyes. Into my face, sorry. No, my eyes closed. I was very scared. He was looking at me and I think he sensed that I was scared, so he walked off. I could feel his presence every now and then. So at that time I do meditation. So I went to the next door. I went to sit and I meditate and he appeared. He was very cold. His hands were like ice, his fingers. They were all very thin. So he asked me for permission whether he can touch me. And when he cried, his tears were like crystal. Because he died at the age of 45. And he told me that now you're going to be alone without me. Okay? No more hugs. And while I was meditating and I opened my eyes and I looked at him, I actually cried. So he told me, don't cry, I have to go. But I will come back to speak to you. And then I break my meditation, I went back. Then on the day of his funeral, after the funeral, I left. I actually saw him standing at the balcony where he died. He was actually crying. I look up at him and I said bye, you know. And my sister-in-law noticed, because my sister-in-law know that I know all this. I mean, I can see all this. And when I look up and I told him with a heavy heart, bye. On the 8th day, I saw him walking, but I was asleep at that time. On the 8th day of his death, I saw him walking at a very bright light of tunnel. So when I looked into the tunnel, I could see soldiers um, and a lot of people, little small little children. They look like angels and all that. But he come out and he told me, I have to go now. Okay, from last birth to this birth, we were together. The next birth, I will not be around anymore. But you have another birth. Oh, they're not letting me talk. They're stopping me. I can't say more than that. But it's time for me to go. So I actually saw him enter this tunnel of light, which when I saw him, I was crying. I said, don't go, don't go. I love you so much. He said, he just waved at me and he left. So when he went into the tunnel, I was trying to look into the tunnel. He said, no, you can't come. The people will not allow you. Okay? You take care of yourself. And before he left, before going into the tunnel, he just said this word, I love you. So when I woke up, I was crying. And I told my husband this. My husband said, yeah, bad dream lah.
Supernatural Confessions.
It was Deepavali. So we were actually praying for those who have passed on. So we usually have prayers for them. I saw my husband's photo there with a garland on. Then when I look again, it was gone. Okay, for Indian, it's not good. It's like the person is dead. Then you will have a garland on the picture. I went to my husband and I told him, Pa, something is not right. Something is going to happen to you. I need to bring you to somebody. So we went to see the Chinese lady. When I went, I didn't tell the girl anything. I just told her, can you bless my husband? So she straight away looked at my husband and she said, you saw something about your husband? I said, yes. My husband's in deep shit. He's going to be involved in an accident in his van and he's going to lose his life. Can you do something? And she said, yes. She said she can't prevent the accident, but she can actually slow it down. It will happen, but I don't know when. But we went to do all the prayers, all the Chinese way, you know. We spent about 2,000 with, you know, buying things and then we pray. After that, she said, I have saved your husband 80%, there's only 20%. Okay, 20%. So 1 month passed by, things were all good. So my husband went back to his normal, everything's okay. Suddenly one day I saw my husband at home before me. I asked my husband, how come you're home? my van skidded. You know the thing that you told me? The van will go 2 rounds and it will go to the next lane and a lorry will come and bang. The same thing happened, but my van did not go to the next lane. My van skidded, it went 2 rounds and it stopped. Then I asked him, then the cars behind, they slowed down. I could only remember what you told me. So I told him, so now you believe me? He said, yeah.
What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.